Oh, hi there. My name is Corey Behrens, and you are watching my video submission for the free year in New York City challenge put on by Ryan Serhant and his team. I'm a 22-year-old freelance videographer who just graduated from the University of Northern Iowa with a BA in digital media production. Throughout my time in college, I ran a video production agency called Simplistic Views, and Simplistic Views specializes in wedding filmmaking and other freelance work. I used my capabilities in college to create these amazing stories, to be able to sell something. I used these in industries such as real estate, wedding filmmaking, and social media campaigns for other companies around the area. Now that college has come to an end, I'm exploring my options anywhere in the world, and I really do mean anywhere. I was asked by a travel agency to travel with them down to Thailand to document their participants' personal development through their off-the-beaten-path activities that they're doing. I'll be creating highlight films and marketing materials for that company. But when I come back to the United States, my options are entirely open. So when I saw the free year in New York City challenge, I knew I had to jump on that opportunity. So why me? Why do I deserve a free year in New York City? Because everyone has gone through substantial circumstances, and so have I. From dealing with family members who have had substance abuse problems to losing one of my closest friends in a car accident last year, I have consistently been able to bring myself from the rubble and position myself in a better place than where I was before. My work through Simplistic Views proves that I have a hunger to create compelling content that makes people feel and do things. For example, when we created a social media campaign for a local co-working space called A Home of Makers, Doers, and Dreamers, we made sure to drive home the point that the community wasn't just for work, but it was a community full of people who cared for one another and wanted to help in any way possible. And through that social media campaign, they gained new members and hundreds of likes on their Facebook page. Since it is a free year in New York City, I would really like to offer strategic free work to organizations that align with my values and how I perceive the world. Adding value to those companies is what really excites me, and also being able to understand the subtle nuances of other people's perspectives of the world is also what really excites me. So now I'm thinking, how could I put myself ahead of the competition? Because I watched a lot of the videos I could on YouTube for the free 1 year New York City challenge, and they were all really great. And so I'm like, okay, so I need to put myself ahead of the competition. What could I do? Well, I could make a video and put it on YouTube or on Twitter or on Instagram, do some DMs, whatever. And I'm like, well, everyone else is probably gonna do that. So this is my attempt to be seen and get some attention. My plan is to create a kind of narcissistic video of me sitting down and talking about why I should be chosen to live in New York City for 1 year for free. But not only that, I had earlier today the idea of putting that video onto a VCR tape, and I honestly have no idea where I can find a VCR and no idea how to put a video from the internet onto a VCR. So let's find out and let's document it. All right, let's do this and go.
No way, I actually found one.
Oh, don't look so happy. I ended up going to my family store, Salvation Army, to look for some tapes that I could record onto. And I found Peter Pan. We're gonna try Peter Pan, and we're gonna see if the video that I made can get onto this. With everything in tow, I decided to go down to the basement into my sister's side room and plug everything in to make sure it all worked. We have the RCA cables plugging into the VCR into the TV, and it didn't really work. You might be asking, why Peter Pan? And to that question, I'm not quite sure. However, later on, I ended up recording over a critical plot point to the movie, so yeah, there's that. So it wasn't working, so I decided to plug in a coaxial cable, and the VCR works. Now the problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to record the video that I made onto the Peter Pan tape. So I might actually have to buy some blank tapes from Amazon. But let's give it a try. I'm gonna put it all together. You're gonna watch me put this all together. I think I'm gonna fail a few times. I'm not sure exactly how I can get my PS3 to record onto the VCR tape. So freeze frame. At this point I had no idea what I was doing and nothing was working. So I went to the internet and figured out that I had to plug the PS3 into the front of the VCR. And this was my face when I realized that, because duh, I should have known that. But I had one problem. I didn't know where to send this VCR. So while in the shower one morning, I figured out the address. Yeah, no shit, that actually happened. Thank God, it worked. Let's get this to New York City as soon as possible. Let's go.
Three-year NYC submission. Broadway, New York, New York.
Alright, so it's dropped off to the post office. Should be in New York in a few days. And I hope this gets me some attention. Let's find out.